guys, and welcome to Jerry's Projects. Just want to do a quick video here on my makerspace, kind of show you what all I got going on. Anyway, to start with, let's show you the Ghostbusters diorama that I just recently completed here. It's by Sanix. It's awesome. Came in 4 different pieces. All the 4 different actors had different sections. I've got it wired up to LEDs. Let me show you how it works here. Anyway, there's a place in the front where you can put around 10 LEDs. I just put in 3 red. And then I put in a couple green to light up the buildings. The ghost does light up. There's a white light in him, which is hard to see because I forgot and I painted him white. And then the top of the lamppost is supposed to be clear, and I painted that silver, and I shouldn't have. So I need to reprint those so they light up properly. And on the back there, you can see some of the wiring. Here's a Batman diorama that I did with Batgirl, and obviously I haven't painted it. I've got it primed. But I just print so much, I get behind on things, and I just keep printing and printing and printing, and I need to get caught up in paint. But you got a diorama there, and then the buildings. There's more buildings sitting over there. So this needs to get done at some point. Then here I have a Hulk diorama up here on the top. I got a Hulk. He's partially painted but not finished. Next to him, there's Spider-Man by Sanix. That's his base with the chains. I do not have it painted yet. It's just primered. And moving into my hobby room here, which used to be a dining room in my house, but I needed so much room, I took it over and made it a hobby room. Let's show you my shelf. And by Sanix, I've got Iron Man and Supergirl up there on the top, Black Panther, Tamposa from Star Wars, and then from Emilio Vitt, I've got Hellman, which is actually Hellboy, but he calls it Hellman. Came out really nice. It's really an awesome print. And then I got Jason from Friday the 13th by Emilio Vitt. The Flash from Sanix. There's Aquaman. Batgirl. No, not Catwoman, I mean. And from Build It and They Will Come, I have an alien baby here that I painted up. It looks really nice. First time I've ever tried to airbrush veins, and it came out pretty good. Done the best I could on it. And then I got Peo from Star Wars all done. And when I printed most of these models, when I print them, I go 6x4 on my layers. 6 top, 5 bottom, 4 perimeter. And as you can possibly hear it, you know, they're really substantial. They're very heavy, they're very thick. There is 10% infill in them, even though they are hollow, it's in the walls. They're really substantial. And here's another piece here, medical probe droid that I finished. I printed this in clear PLA down below, and I also got lights on it. It lights up. I've got 10mm yellow LEDs in it, and then some in the base. And let's see, then we got Darth Maul. He came out really nice. I had a layer shift on one of my CR10s right around here, and I had to glue it back together, bond to it, sand it, and it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it came out pretty good. And when I first started printing around 8 months ago, this came off, let's see, My Mini Factory. Yeah, My Mini Factory. A man on My Mini Factory designed this. It's a Death Stormtrooper. It's got a skull. That's probably one of the first things I've painted since I've been a kid. Here's another one from Build It and They Will Come. And here's Snoke from Build It and They Will Come. I still have more paint work to do on him. But also, he is very thick and heavy, very substantial. It's just some awesome works by these guys. Then I've got more Sanix models down below. Batman. This came off My Mini Factory. This came off, I'm not sure, My Mini Factory Thingiverse, a Hulk. And here's another one here by Emilio Vitt called The King. Batman sitting on the Superman's throne. Came out really nice. Got that all painted up. And here's a Panzerhund by Sanix. It's really an awesome looking print here. Had a few boo-boos underneath and a little bit of stringing based on because I had the legs laying down on the bed. But basically it came out really good. Looks really nice. It doesn't move. The mouth moves on it, and that's about it. And then down below I've got some extra PLA. Another Sanix models down below. Got Groot and the Rocket. Here's 2 tubes from Star Wars. Build it and they will come. I'm still trying to figure out the schematics, the paint schematics on getting it all painted up. Built a little wooden base there so I can set my stuff on while I'm painting it. And here's my little paint area that I have. I have a little a compressor I got off Amazon there. An Iwata Eclipse airbrush, plus a stock one that came with it. Here's another piece I'm working on by Emilio Vitt, printed at 150%. Superman, it looks really nice. There's a couple minor little boo-boos on the hands there, for instance. Some stringing on the back of underneath the arms. I'll be able to sand that off. But basically it came out almost perfect. And here's another Star Wars head I'm working on from Build It and They Will Come. Had a layer shift about, I don't know, 3 inches up. It continued to print and finish, so I got to do some sanding on it. The reason for the blue there, if you're wondering, is because I was just using up some old PLA. Up there on top of one of my CR10s, I've got a PVC rod that I keep different colors of filament in. And as one gets low or almost to run out, then I get it swapped. So that needs a little sanding. And then I got a game body Chewbacca back there that I need to get painted, like everything else. I just print, and I need to get some painting caught up. Disney's Jules Verne's 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Nautilus. Got right here. Started painting on it. Need to do a little sanding and a little touch up, but it's looking really nice. I just, I tinker. I'm retired, so I tinker all day long. I print, watch Netflix and TV, and tinker and paint, and a little bit of whatever. And some of my favorite paints are the cheap ones up here on the top that came from Walmart. They're apple barrel. They work great. When I thin them down for the airbrush, they spray really nice. They got lots of pigment. And then my more expensive paints here, my Warhammer here, are for a lot of small, more detailed work, or ink washes. I got Vallejo ink washes. And I have also some Vallejo skin tones that are very nice. Then there's more small bottles. I got some metallics down here, Deco Art metallics. Some acrylic italics. These are very thick, and these basics here are also very thick. They're a little harder to work with because they're thick, but you just have to paint out whatever you're painting. In other words, if you have a little glob on your model, you got to paint it out till it's all gone, take off the excess, smooth it out, don't leave clumps. Work whatever you're working with, just take your time, paint it out, feather it out till it's almost gone. Don't leave any clumps of paint anywhere. Then I have some extra bottles over there whenever I want to mix up some different colors from the top. I just grab one of my bottles here, mix up my airbrush mixture. And I do have some Crealtex airbrush paint over there in the corner. But a lot of times I don't have the right color, so I have to create a color, make a color. Anyway, here's my 2 printers. I call them Blue and Coffee. Last August of last year is when I got into 3D printing. I got interested in it, and I bought this first CR10 here. I built an enclosure out of wood. I went to Lowe's and got some plexiglass and built an enclosure. And, for the most part, they print 24/7. I rarely ever stop. A print will get done. I clean the bed, load another model, and go. And I've got sensors on both of them for easy ABLs that Timothy Hoogland sells. They work really good for auto leveling the bed. They work wonderful. And I had 2 bed mats on there by Timothy, but as they start getting old and wore out, then I changed them out. One I went back to mirror I used with glue stick, and glue stick works great. It's just, you got to clean up the mess once you're done, and then start over. Load another print and start over. This bed mount here came off Amazon by CC Tree, the Chinese company. It works really good. And I just put a fang on this one also, with 2 Noctua fans. They're 40 by 20s, I believe. Yeah, 20s. Because the 10s, I was told, you're hot and you get clogs. And I've had a lot of problems with this printer, having different clog issues. And my hot end wasn't wrapped, so I put new insulation and tape on it yesterday, and I solved my problem there. I've got 2 cameras on them, so I can tape everything going on, time lapses. And then I have an old computer here that I either watch TV on, or I'm on my Facebook group, 3D Printing and Tinkering, checking out what's going on. And my main slicing computer's in another room. That's where I slice everything and edit my videos that I put on YouTube or anything. And I like to play in VR a lot, so I'm doing all that. And over here, let's see, Imperial Probe Droid that I printed by Build It and They Will Come. It came out really nice. It's printed at 180%. And a model here by Sanix of Wonder Woman. I started to paint her face a while back and never went back to it. And I've got the Joker, Katana, which came out really nice. I believe she's probably about 150% scale. This is by Sanix also. I'm doing some sanding on her. I need to get painting. Here's another little hottie by Emilio Vitt that I printed out, and I got to do some painting on her and then make her bigger. Very nice. And then a Tesla model. Tesla, I forget what it's called. Tesla something. Tesla, not coils. I don't remember. Power suit. Tesla power suit, I think it's what it's called. Anyway, and then I have some like 6 or 7 rolls down there, partial PLA that I need to get used up. I have a hatch box here from a long time ago I need to get used up. A couple tie-ants. You know, when they get real low, I either take them off, I'm going to bed. Now, about that running low and going to bed, I have easy out sensors on both of these filament sensors. And if and when it does run out, the print will pause and stop. The bed will stay hot. The hot end will start to cool down after a minute, and it'll wait on me up to 6 to 8 hours. Now, a problem I had a couple days ago is I had a print probably about 50% done. It came off the spool. It had a small hook in it, which I didn't realize before I went to bed. And when that hook got to this filament sensor, it got stuck, couldn't pull through it. The print kept going without filament, and it was clicking, and I wound up losing the print. And I didn't want to mess with going into my slicer and reslicing it and gluing it together. I just started the print over. So if you're using a filament sensor, be sure that you clip the end of your filament when it gets low, so that when it does come off the spool, it can actually go through your sensor and trip it. So, but you know, I'm no expert. I've been doing this since last August. I'm retired. I do it full time, 7 days a week. I have a lot to learn. I appreciate all the comments online on the work I do. I do my best. I'm still learning, you know, but I really appreciate it, and I try to help out people whenever I can. And this is basically what I got going on, so I just thought I'd share with everybody. So I just have to build more shelves, I guess. People say, what are you going to do with everything? You going to sell it? Well, no, I'm going to build more shelves. Maybe one of these days, if I get too much stuff, I might start picking and choosing things that are finished to get rid of. But at this point in time, I don't foresee that happening. I just love what I do. And one other thing, I'd like to give a shout out to a few people. I'd like to especially thank Sanix for all his great work and all his great models that he's came out with. And hopefully you have to see a lot more in the future. Emilio Vitt is doing a lot of great work, and you guys, if you see his work online, it's definitely worth printing and checking out. He's doing some really awesome pieces. Kevin Sharp over at 3D Print and Paint, which has a Facebook group. You know, when I first got into 3D printing, I've seen a lot of his work from Sanix online. That's what steered me that direction and got me involved in wanting to even 3D print and buy a printer. You know, you do awesome work, Kevin. Keep it up. Richard Cleveland from The First Layer has a YouTube channel and a Facebook group called The First Layer. He does, you know, helps people with projects or problems that they're having with their printers. He has a lot of really good content on his YouTube channels and on his show. Timothy Hoogland from th3d.com, where I buy my Easy Out sensors. I buy my filament sensors. The filament sensors, Easy Out sensors, bed mats. He sells around 20 or so products. He's a startup company. It's doing really well. Has a lot of great products, great product support for CR10s or any Chinese printers. I guess that's about it. I just want to give a shout out to a few people. You know, just, you know, thank you for all that you do. Keep up the great work. And I guess that's about it. I'm just kind of rambling on here. Everybody have a great day. Thanks.